It's a grim reality, but most of us will die without even knowing why we are here. Why would any intelligence or any kind of system make us forget our purpose, make us forget why we are here in the first place? And this is a foundational question, a question that many schools of thought have tried to answer throughout the years. Many philosophers, many religions, many spiritual teachings, and ancient wisdom have also tried to answer this. And there is a few different interpretations, but many people believe that the reason we are here and we have forgotten why we're here so that we can remember who we truly are, free from the ego, free from desires. And paradoxically, you need to be lost in order to be found. So perhaps we need to forget who we truly are in order for us to remember. So many ancient teachings teach the philosophy that it's not necessarily about becoming someone different, but remembering who we were in the first place. Then there is the question, is there an ultimate meaning to life? Or did we invent it ourselves? Did we invent some god or some source or the idea of a simulation just to give our life meaning and purpose? And so you start to ask yourself, can I in fact recover the memory of why I came here in the first place? Is this something that I choose? Did I choose to be here? Was I forced to be here? Can I remember what my mission was? Can I remember anything? The Corpus Hermeticum mentioned that the universe is mind and forgetfulness is part of the incarnation. The path is to turn thought upwards towards Nouse, divine intellect, through contemplation and self discipline. And around Plato's time, it said that the truth is already within. Philosophy, ritual, and mystical practices are methods to draw memory back to the surface. But forgetting is the test. Remembering is liberation. How do you know if you are on the right path in life or the wrong path? I mean, how do you even know what to do in life if you don't know who you are, if you don't know your purpose? You could, turn up to the sky and say, God, why don't I know what I'm supposed to do? What am I here for? But then you start to think, well, maybe God or the universe or the source is silent for a reason. Because many people, I don't know if people admit this or not, but I can certainly say that I have spoke to God in my darker days and question life and look to the universe and say, like I said, what is going on? What am I supposed to do? Give me some guidance. And I want to say that I received messages, and I have received a lot of downloads and dreams and some really freaky stuff that I'll tell you about one day. Really crazy. But I have to be honest and say that many times I spoke to the universe and said, just please guide me. And all I got was silence. I had nothing. You also start to overthink. Is this part of it? Am I just overthinking now? I guess really it's down to us how we interpret that individual process, because maybe you've been there, maybe you have had times in your life where things have been just all over the place and you don't know what to do. And so you question, who am I? Where is life going? What am I supposed to do? And you don't hear anything. And you try and look for symbols. I certainly did. I don't know if you do the same. I was looking at symbols and synchronicities. Gosh, I went everywhere. I was I was looking at astrology charts. I was looking at numerology. I kept seeing certain numbers. I was like, okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? You try and find meaning in your life. But one of the easiest ways to spot if you are aligned, if you're doing the right thing, is how you feel in life. For example, what I'm doing right now, I'll give you just a very simple and quick example. I've released a few transmissions, podcasts, videos. I've written a few articles, etc. And I've been doing this for a while now, not too long, but I've had no impressions, no view, very like one or two views on a few articles, but nothing. The feeling I feel though doing this, it feels electrifying. But even though that I'm not reaching anybody right now, I don't care because I know this is right for me. I'm aligned. I don't know what the future is going to be, but I know I just have a feeling it's a knowing. It's different to what my ego is saying. Oh, this is good, or people will like this. And if, in fact, all my stuff, I don't ever do it to please algorithms or people. I do it to try and share the truth, which is ancient wisdom, but also my own truth that I've discovered in the world. But anyway, that's a different subject. What I'm trying to get across is that I feel alive. And you often don't feel like that in life. I mean, for so many years, most of us don't feel alive at all. You know that childhood feeling when you're just so excited and you can't wait to wake up? I had it the other day. I was so excited to wake up and record a message. I'm like, what is going on? Why is this so exciting to me? But once you've found that, that is your true calling. The point being is that you may not know who you truly are or what your purpose is, but you can listen to that small voice where you feel that you are aligned, where you feel that this is where you should be. And it's not just about your work, it could be your location, it could be the people you surround yourself with. And to clarify, I'm not saying that if you don't feel such a strong feeling that you're misaligned, but it may not be your higher path, your higher purpose in life. And this brings me on to the topic of identity conflict. Because I think many of us, when we look at this question, and it's not something we typically look at every day, but when we take a step back, we feel a sense that we're more than just our jobs. We're more than our body. We're more than the social roles in life. Yet we don't always know how to live as that more. We know that we're more something, but we don't know how to live as that more, especially in the modern world. And I know that this may not sound like the best advice. In fact, it sounds like crap advice, if I'm honest, but it's the truth. And I have to say it because it is so simple, but it's so true that what is needed in that position is instead to look inwardly instead of outwardly and to follow your north star, what your mind and a higher self is telling you. And it's very difficult to listen to that, especially with all the noises of the world. You have to go deep within yourself. It sounds crazy, but it will tell you what kind of foods to eat. It will tell you how to live your life. It will tell you where you're putting fear before action. I cannot say one way or the other what the point of your life is or what the point of life is for all of us collectively. I do believe that collectively we are all searching for the same truth. I do believe that many religions, many interpretations, and ancient teachings all reflect similar principles of life, the foundations. Yes, it changes and it's mixed up, but I believe that there is the foundations of truth are out there. But I am still grappling with the ideas of the universe. I hear about stories where people have near death experiences or they have some psychedelic treatments or something happens in their life where they're able to access alternative states of consciousness. And they say stories of remembering, or they've been in contact with beings or people that are not from this world. What often people will experience in those states of consciousness and different situations that we have throughout history, near death experiences, etc., is that when you scratch away a lot of the illusions of the world, all there is love and energy and connection. There is not hate, there is not violence, there is not confusion. Almost like the true foundational truths of everything has always been in front of us and it's clear. And thank you to anybody who supports my work. It allows me to continue these talks completely free. And if you would also like to donate, you can visit the link below.